loading screens everywhere. Alright, graphic explosion. You know what that means. It's time to get this thing going. Hopefully I don't fall off of this. As we look over the whole shot, Pancake Muffin is no longer in first place. He's moved down to third after race 5, which is a race that we missed. But that's where he is now. Gogetarulez is in first place, who is in this party right now, in this heat. And the gate has exploded. Casselfied is exploding out of the gate in first place. He's going to grab that whole shot without a doubt. But Purple Dinosaur is close behind him. As they go over the rollover, a pretty crazy section of the track, especially at the beginning of the race. Ponage is going to get on Purple's inside and make that pass for second place. Casing the triple is pretty much every single person right there. Ponage has passed Shazo for first place as they exit the whoop section and go into the double, and we will go to a different view. There are 2 views on this track, and the teleporters are not that great, as you can see, because I just fell off. So we will go back. It's all about holding that stick back on this track. It takes a lot of skill. Alright, so now we're in our other view, but unfortunately, fortunately, our 2 leaders are right there. Ponage is still in first place, and Shazo gets flipped going mid-air. Flipped in mid-air, passed by Pancake Muffin, and then Office of Rockstar KTM. They're both in qualifying position. Ponage in first place, and the first place qualifying position, that goes without saying, as they go into the first triple. Pancake starting to catch up to Ponage a wee bit. As we go back into the pack, we have Monster Energy Kawasaki racers, Gogetarulez, and Shazzle in a fight for, this is 4th place. Gogeta and Shazzle are both in qualifying position right now, and as long as they can hold on to it, Monster Energy Kawasaki will hold firmly in the event. But former team leader, former team point standing leaders of Rockstar KTM are ahead of them, and they do not want them to qualify whatsoever. But there's 6 more laps that they need to get through. Office doesn't land that triple a little cleanly and then goes down on the double right afterwards, but is not overtaken. He does not lose any position. And that's Shazzle and Gogeta. Shazzle goes down over the landing on the double on that whoop section. He's going to lose a position to Gogetarulez, and then he's going to lose another one to Unrealistic, maybe not. Unrealistic cases that jump. Shazzle with an outside pass regains his position on Unrealistic after Unrealistic tried to pick up on the rhythm section, on the backhand rhythm section. Opting for the inside here, Shazzle should have no problem holding these guys off, as long as he hugs that inside, but Unreal is going to start to make a move on his inside. So you go over that rollover. It is a very spiny rollover. Not much room for error if you go too fast. Gogetarulez has made his way past. Actually, is he at first place? Pancake Muffin looks like he's in first place. I'm not sure where Ponage is. He was in first. We'll try to find him. He's way back in the pack right now. I'm not exactly sure what happened. We missed that. So Pancake Muffin is currently in first, followed by Office, Gogeta, Shazzle, and then finishing off the qualifying position is Turkey Shot. Pancake smoothly going over the rollover. You just got to move into that throttle and you're A-OK. But Gogeta is looking towards Office on making a pass. He goes on his inside and gets that block pass. A beautiful pass going over the triple. Both exit cleanly. Office is not going to try to repass Gogeta right there. He's going to play it safe going over the whoop section. And oh, Gogeta flips over that double. We have seen several people flip over that so far this race. Oh, and Office goes off the berm right there. There's a lot happening in this particular section of the track. We have seen 3 position swaps so far. Office was in second and is now in third. Gogeta was in second and is now in fourth. Shazzle was in fourth and now in second. So, while they're all in qualifying position, with Turkey Shot still in that final transfer spot. Having position swaps like that does not bode well, especially if you're using this to judge how your team is going to perform, and racers on that team are going to perform in the main event. Gogeta cases that double a little bit again, but does not flip, and he's going to exit rhythm 1 cleanly. Xiaozu 1 a little crazy at the end there. Xiaozu 4, I'm sorry, a little crazy at the end there, but he's fine as he goes over the triple now with 1 lap left. This is the final lap for Heat 1. We'll keep an eye on Office and Gogeta as they battle for the 3rd place spot in Heat 1. Gogeta is going on that inside. Gogeta is going to get that pass without a doubt. That was a nice clean pass by Gogeta. And then both cased that triple over there with racers bearing down on him. Right now, Turkey Shot is going to overtake Office for 4th place. Office is in a final transfer position. He goes from pretty safe to not so safe at all. He's going to need to keep it up. If he messes up one more time, that could be the end of his race. Office is going to overtake Turkey Shot. The same goes for Turkey Shot. If Turkey Shot can't hold it together for this last triple. But honestly, did you have a doubt? I mean, you saw that distance. If you really thought that Unreal was going to catch him, you were right, because Unrealistic is an absolute monster on this track. That actually should have been the last lap of the race. Actually, no, it was not. We seem to have one more. Terrible commentating. I do apologize. So, is Pancake. So Pancake is about to finish in 1st place. I do apologize for that. That was my mistake. I thought that we were already on lap 7, and I thought that people were going to lap 8. Pancake Muffin finishes 1st in Heat 1. Shazzle is going to come in 2nd place, followed by his teammate Gogetarulez, Office, a teammate of Pancake Muffin, and Turkey Shot of Troy Lee Designs. That'll wrap it up for the qualifying positions in Heat 1. The LCQ is next. We hope to see you there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, balls on the wall and or the table. Probably not good stream speak, but say it anyway. This is the last chance qualifier. The most intense form of qualifying there is, because only the top 2 get to proceed. And as always, I'll head to where I'm supposed to be. This talking area spot. My puppy's in my room right now. If you hear him barking, I do apologize. Puppies usually aren't supposed to be in the commentator booth, but they are here right now. And the gate is about to explode. See, they don't really drop in Supercross, they explode. Watch, right there. You didn't really see an explosion because it's happening behind the scenes. Taking the whole shot, this is going to be either I'm So Shift-Faced or Noodles, but we'll give it to Shift-Faced for this round. But Noodles gets a better run over that rollover, is pretty much run into right afterwards, into the wall. That could be an intentional wreck. Purple Dinosaur in 4th place, and right now in qualifying positions is Unrealistic. And the new guy, Shadow Forges, who doesn't really race like a new guy. I got an opportunity to race with him earlier, and he's got some skill. But he's going to need to outperform A semi-veteran racer, Unrealistic, as well as Purple Dinosaur Zero, has been racing since... Oh! Bottoming out. Overjumping. That's an OJ. That's an OJ. Not the good form of OJ. And then he flips over the finish line double, and that is going to move him well out of a transfer spot. Shadow Fortress and Unrealistic are starting to gain a little... they're starting to create some ground between them and Shiftface, and as soon as I say that, they case the jumps. So now I'm so Shiftface is going a little slow through the whoops. He's going to lose time to Ponage, who's also going to lose time to Purple after he doesn't go through the whoops all that great either. And Shadow Fortress and Unrealistic still in the lead right here. No real battles going on right now. This pack seems to be packless. A packless pack. Unrealistic cases that triple a little bit there, loses a little bit of time. Shiftface goes over that double before the finish line double a little bit cleaner. That'll help him out a little bit, but he does look like he doesn't get the line he wanted through the small sand section afterwards. And Shadow Fortress and Unrealistic heading over this triple, the first triple. Shadow Fortress does not... Oh, he's going to be passed. He goes off the berm and then is passed and overtaken by Unrealistic, but not overtaken by I'm So Shiftface, who is currently right behind him. He's a mongoose length behind him and on his trail. Oh, and Shiftface is not going to make the rest of that rhythm section as Shadow and Unreal. Shadow retakes his position in first place. Not sure what happened there. Oh, Shadow not getting enough room on that triple. Both of them actually don't get enough speed for that as they go over the finish line now at the end of lap 3. Or the end of lap 2, and we're halfway through this race. So that was the end of lap 3. My maths are a little off today. Shadow Forge is starting to create some ground between this pack of Ponage, Unrealistic, and Shiftface. They go over the triple, and only one person makes it. That's Shiftface. He moves into a qualifying position. Unrealistic trying to get on his inside there, but does not prevail. Shiftface is going to roll off of that double, off of that landing. There have been a lot of people casing that jump so far this race. That seems... Oh, and going off of that inside rut is Unrealistic. And he is overtaken by Hero 365. There's a lot of racing, 365 days out of the year. Probably not that much, but Shadow Forges has definitely done enough racing where he has a comfortable lead ahead of this small pack of Hero, who has overtaken Shiftface and moves into a transfer position, that final transfer spot. But Shiftface and Unrealistic going over the triple are right behind him. Shiftface is going to lose that, and that could be the end of his race as he cases that triple. Hero has a comfortable advantage over Unrealistic. It's not really gaining a whole lot of momentum on him right now. Especially not after casing the outside section, or the inside line of that back rhythm. That is rhythm 2. So as long as this keeps up, your current transferees are Shadow Forge's Privateer. I'm sure the team leaders are going to be looking at his performance today and deciding whether they want to take him on. And Hero 365, who is a prospect. We haven't seen him so far this season. This is his first race, but he is a prospect. He finished in the top 10 for Season 5, and I believe the top 10 for Season 6 as well. You don't really usually want to see your prospects back in the last chance qualifier, but sometimes things happen. But as long as you qualify, it's not a big deal. And Shadow Forge is about to qualify as he crosses the finish line and grabs the first transfer spot into the main event of the last chance qualifier, and Hero 365 grabs the final. That was the last chance qualifier. We'll be back with the main event, the race that counts. It's the big kahuna. We'll see you then. Alright, guys. We're back. This is the main event lag test. So I mentioned earlier that we've seen some movement on the leaderboard. If you would allow me, and the rest of HT Supercross streaming team, unfortunately it's just me, we'll take a look at this leaderboard and what it looks like now. So Gogetarulez has taken first place. He and Soda Pop overtook Pancake. Soda Pop second place because of the first place team bonus, with solely an NJD rounding out your top 5. So Gogeta is the only person to have won more than one race so far in this season. Nobody else but him has gotten more than one first place. Not even our defending champion, Soda Pop. Not even him. But that could change, and for Soda Pop, it's not really that much of a big deal because Gogeta is a part of his team. We also saw that Sully was the only person of... What team is he on again? Muscle Milk KTM. To be in the top 5. He is a huge help in that team, and he's helping keeping them alive and in the standings a little bit. I have no idea how Real Deal got that crazy start, but this is just a lag test. As we see people screwing around and having a great time. So the guy to beat, last time I say this, is that man right in front of us, right here, Gogetarulez. He is the defending champion in the ORL MX series, which has, to my knowledge, been discontinued. But he comes in champion in one league and hopes to get a championship in, the one that really counts, HT Supercross. Of course, I'm kidding. We love our friends at the Outlaw Racing League, the Octane Racing League. Let's go Gogetarulez hits King Edward. It's a good thing this is just a lag test. I really hope that this ends soon. Pancake Muffin in first place, going to the triple, and then landing on the double, going around the berm, and then into the whip section, and he goes, whoop 1, whoop 2, whoop 3, whoop 4. So Soda Pop is only ahead by Pancake by 1 point. So if Pancake finishes 2 points ahead of Soda Pop, he'll overtake him and get second place on the leaderboard. And if his team can somehow manage to retake first place on the team leaderboards, he will regain that 3-point advantage. The first place team gets a +3 on the leaderboard, which towards the end of the season, when people start having 8 races, is an absolute phenomenally huge advantage. Those adjectives did not go together. So we'll be starting this main event relatively shortly. This is the final race of the day. This is the race that counts for the most points. Anyone who didn't qualify has to settle for 1 point unless they were wrecked in the last chance qualifier, where they can get up to 3 points, which is the lowest amount of points that you can get in the main event for finishing in 12th place. First place gets a magical 14 points. So could this be Gogeta's 4th win and his 3rd win in a row? Or could Soda Pop come back, upset the balance, and take another victory and assert himself as the defending champion? Or could Pancake, who won the very first race of the season, overtake Soda Pop after this race? We're going to find out, because the main event starts now. Alright, so this is it. The main event. Our racers are at the gate on their iron steeds as we wait for this gate to explode and get this action going. Race 6 of Season 7 is about to begin on Charlotte SX, a map created by Castle. And the gate is gone. Real Deal tried to time that gate right there. He's going to need to go all the way back to avoid a false start. Soda Pop gets that first place out of the gate, also known as the Hole Shot. He gets the HT Supercross Hole Shot Doritos Mountain Dew Award. And teammate Gogetarulez, your current first place leader, is right behind him, Casselfied. And this is Shadow Forge's first place finisher in the last chance qualifiers behind Gogetarulez and in third place, but Castle is starting to bear down on him, and he's going to look to get a pass off of the ending of this back rhythm, but he's not going to get it. Shadow Forges is right next to Soda Pop.
Game over.
Oh, and it looks like we're going to restart this race. Someone may have gotten stuck, or there may have been lag. I will go communicate with the host and find out what went wrong and report. Alright, so we had a controller disconnection. At the end of that gate, I'm sorry, at the end of that race attempt, there was a mongoose back at the gate, and that was Sully. So we're about to begin this main event once again. Get ready. So here we go. Alright, so the main event is about to start yet again, and we have taken a shortcut and bring you straight to the hole shot. Soda Pop won the last one. Let's see if he can pull it off again. This is attempt 2 of main event. Race 6 on Charlotte. The gate is gone, and Real Deal is also gone, and he's going to grab that hole shot. His second hole shot of the day. Shadow Forges and Sully are right behind him. Soda Pop behind them as we have the gate pack starting to get in a line right here. Turkey Shot goes down off of the triple. He's overtaken by at least 6 people. The Real Deal has so far a couple mongoose lengths of lead on everyone else, but Sully is right on his tail right now. He's going to be pushing for that first place with Soda Pop bearing down on him right behind. Shadow Forges, the guy who finished first place in the last chance qualifier, is now in the top 5 in the main event. The Real Deal does not really get over that triple cleanly, but he's still in first place, so I'm sure that he's not complaining. But we do have a line of racers. This is Real Deal, Sully, Soda Pop, Pancake, and Shazzle 4. Gogeta, your current first place racer, is nowhere to be found right now. He's somewhere back in the pack. We'll go find him. He is really far behind. Gogetarulez is only exiting that first section. Real Deal is lagging a little bit now as well as we go back to this first place pack between Gaming, Pancake, Soda, and Shadow Forges was in first place, was in 5th place, and now is not. Real Deal also having that lag, loses his first place, and he's now in dead last. Pancake Muffin in first place, as he and Soda Pop both exit that triple cleanly, and Soda Pop and Sully are going to want to start making moves on Pancake Muffin. In fact, start wanting. I'm sure that they're already wanting to make moves. As we go into this rollover section, how fast you can negotiate that rollover really determines how fast you are through the rest of that section. It's not just about getting... Oh, Pancake flipping over the triple is overtaken by Soda Pop. Was going to be overtaken by Gaming, but Gaming goes down right after the triple double, the double after the triple. The terminology is all screwed up as Pancake and Soda are in a fight for first place, and Pancake gets shoved into a top block. That is intentional wreck material, but I'm not sure that Pancake is going to call it just yet. Shazzle is right behind him. Pancake is the lone... Actually, check that. King Edward, who was starting to catch up to him, is going to case that finish line double. Soda Pop, Edward, and Shazzle. Shazzle veers off to the left a little bit to avoid hitting the back of Pancake's Mongoose and having his Mongoose spraying into half a barrel roll, get ejected from it. It's never a good time. Soda Pop is starting to create a little bit of ground between Pancake, but not by much. Pancake had a better run through that turn, it looked like. Both opt for the outside. As we come to the end of lap 3. It's only lap 3, ladies and gentlemen. And now it is only lap 4. This has been an exciting race so far. We hope that you're enjoying it. Going back into the pack, beyond third place is a fight for fourth place between Shadow Forge's King Edward and Gaming. Gaming is in fourth place on the team standings. And Edward is in 8th, I believe. Shadow Forges flips again over the triple, then is going to be overtaken by Edward, who goes on the opposite side of that rhythm section, onto the whoop section, and then has to negotiate that backwards to get back onto the track. Going backwards is illegal, except for in situations like that where it's not really in your control, in case anyone was wondering. Edward is going to be overtaken, not going to be overtaken by anyone. Gogeta could have had a move on Edward right there, but runs into him instead. As Soda Pop has passed, I'm sorry, Pancake is right behind Soda Pop now in this battle for first. Both of them get about equal time through that first section as they go into triple one. Pancake overjumps it a little bit, loses a small amount of time, almost minuscule, but does get a slightly better run through the whoops. However, does not take that double much faster than Soda Pop, who is in first place at the moment. Pancake's team is of Rockstar Racing KTM. At the end of race 5, they were not the top team anymore, nor was Pancake the top racer in HT Supercross. He was overtaken by both Soda Pop and Gogeta, as I mentioned earlier. Going over this rollover, both seem to have that pretty much dialed in. Not much commenting on how they're doing that. But Soda Pop hasn't really gained much and hasn't really lost much either. Both go over that gnarly double after the whoop section cleanly. But it does look like Soda Pop is starting to create some room between him and Pancake Muffin. As a racer goes off the track, that is Shadow, who started this race really strong and is now towards the back. He is in 10th place. Shazzle is pretty much alone in third place at the moment, with Gogetarulez passing Edward and Sully. They've been fighting for quite a while, and if Gogeta can pull back, start to regain ground on Shazzle. Oh, Edward with an inside move on Gogeta. Edward goes off of the track. He's going to need to get back on as soon as possible. It was a risky move that didn't really pan out for him. He is passed by Sully, and then rolls in the bad way off of the landing on the triple. Sully, oh my god, Sully makes an incredible move on Gogeta and overtakes him for 4th place. That might have been one of the best passes we've had in HT Supercross so far, as long as it was clean. taking that inside like that. We'll find our leaders again, as we have found them. Soda Pop and Pancake, your current number 1 and number 2, are in a sort of dance. Soda is trying to dance away from Pancake, and Pancake is trying to dance towards Soda Pop. It's a waltz of wheels and motors and futuristic carburetors, even though I'm pretty sure these are all fuel injected. But I digress. Soda Pop and Pancake are indeed by themselves 2 sections ahead of the nearest racer, which is Monster Energy Kawasaki rider Casselfied, teammate of Soda Pop. And if he can catch up, if he can find a way to catch up to Soda Pop and Pancake, he can really help make sure that Pancake doesn't get a whole lot of speed. OJing that jump, but sometimes it's a little okay to OJ that double. Pancake and Muffin gets across the whoops, and then rhythm to white. We have a small pack brewing between Turkey Shot, Casselfied, Trackmaker Casselfied, and Shadow Forges. This is a battle for 9th place. Actually, this is a battle for not 9th place. This is a battle for 8th place. King Edward currently sits in 8th in the race and 8 in the leaderboards, as long as that's right. And I'm not wrong, because I'm sure that people will give me plenty of crap if I'm wrong for it after this race. Edward is starting to split away from that pack a little bit as this pack grows and then disperses a little bit after Hero and Turkey Shot fail to negotiate that finish line double, or the finish line double fails to negotiate them. Sometimes the track can work against you, but nonetheless Castle is currently in 9th place. Office and Field are getting kind of close to each other as well. Shazzle is still really far behind your leaders, who have gotten closer to each other. Pancake and Soda. Oh, Pancake is going to get a much better run through that whoops. He could make a move here on this line. Soda Pop protects that inside and stymies Pancake on his attempt to get around on his inside. Opting around for the outside is going to give him a little more speed through that section right now. And they both go over the triple cleanly, and Pancake right now seems to be playing an inside game. And Soda Pop is well aware of that inside game he's playing right now and could change up his tactics to follow suit. Soda Pop is a very dynamic racer. He's been racing for a while. Nearly won Season 3 back in Halo Reach. That's my doggy. And finally won a championship in Season 6. Was not able to complete Season 5. But of course, none of that matters now because he is a defending champion. But that defending champion is going to need to defend his current position in this race away from Pancake Muffin, who was right on his tail and has since dropped down a little bit. He could be playing it safe, or he could just be getting some bad breaks going over the jumps. Nonetheless, as long as he can stay where he is and not flip, he's definitely in contention for getting this. He does gain a little bit of ground off of those first 2 sections going into the whoops. That time did not get as good of a run through that whoop section as he did the last lap. And then hits that tough block there. That's going to slow him down a little bit. But when you're dealing with racers as fast as Soda Pop, Pancake, and Gogeta, you know, just 1 millisecond of a mistake is the difference between a win and a loss. And any rider ahead of Soda Pop right now is not someone in first place. Hero is currently in last place and will more than likely be blue flagged by neither Soda Pop or Pancake. But he is going to pull over, so there was a blue flag called, and we thank Hero for pulling over and being sportsmanlike right there and letting the leaders battle it out. And Soda Pop has started to create even more ground now. He seems to be a little bit faster on this track than Pancake. The Pancake is still with him. He's still in contention with this race as we have 6 laps to go. Shadow Forges is in 11th place. He won the LCQ and is now in 11th place. Soda Pop and Pancake. Battle it out. Turkey Shot seems to be lagging out. Yes, Turkey Shot 98 of Troy Lee Designs has indeed lagged out. We could be doing a staggered start soon. But Gogeta and Sully are currently locked into a fight for life, blood, family, and land in a fight for 4th place. As long as both can get over the triple cleanly, which Gogeta does not, that could be attributed to his level of bitch. Please excuse my profanity. His nickname on Halo Tracks is indeed that word. And that is not going to help him out in getting that 4th place at all. But Sully is starting to get closer to Shazzle. And your leaders... Wait a minute. Pancake has overtaken Soda Pop for the lead. Pancake is in 1st place right now. We missed that. But indeed, Pancake has overtaken Soda Pop with only 4 laps to go. This could be Pancake's first repeat win of the season, as well as Soda Pop's first repeat win. So a lot is on the line. And Pancake and his team need all the points that they can get in hopes of overtaking the dominating team, the absolutely gargantuanly dominant team of Monster Energy Kawasaki. There's just not really too many adjectives to properly describe the level of skill contained within that team, but Pancake's team also encompasses a lot of the skill ranges in HT Supercross and on halotracks.org in general. Soda Pop is going to make a move on Pancake's inside, doesn't get that block pass, not quite as close to him as he needed to be, and then he suffers through the whoop section because of that, with a slightly slower run. But as I said earlier, the milliseconds really start to pile up, and right now Pancake has a handful of milliseconds over Soda Pop. And after they cross the finish line, and Pancake can hold it on for just 2 more laps, and he will be crowned the winner of race 6. Real Deal is lagging a little bit more, it seems. He's overtaken by Edward with Castle right behind him, and as we switch back to our leaders, Soda Pop is getting ever so closer to Pancake as we had a little blip of lag right there. Hopefully that doesn't impede anything. Both get over that double cleanly, and Soda Pop chooses the high road on that rut right there and opts for the inside, and that actually gave him a little bit of ground on Pancake, and he is really close to him now. Look for an inside move on this last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap of race 6. Just wanted to double check and make sure. The final lap of race 6 is now underway, with Pancake Muffin in first place, Soda Pop in a very close second. Soda is going to need to race as fast as he's ever raced in hopes of getting around Pancake. Tries for that inside, doesn't get it, and that might be the end of Soda Pop's race as he does not... My mic cut out. And that would be the end of Soda Pop's race, as he is not able to get a fast run through those whoops whatsoever. Pancake Muffin is set to take the win in race 6, and indeed he will. Pancake Muffin wins race 6 of season 7. Finishing behind him is Soda Pop. Hero, this isn't Hero. This could be Shadow Forges or Shazzle, but I believe Shadow Forge. Yes, it's not Shadow Forges, so it will be Shazzle. Pancake and Soda were ahead of the competition by half of the track, at least half of the track towards the end there. They were both blazing fast, and both really deserving of that win. Gogetarulez rounds out your top 5 and does not get a three-peat. We'll head down to this. Start right here, finishing behind Gogetarulez is Office of Rockstar KTM. In fact, let's go ahead and restart this. So Pancake Muffin of Rockstar KTM is in first place. Soda of Monster Energy Kawasaki is in second. Shazzle of Monster Energy Kawasaki in third. Sully, a member of Muscle Milk KTM, in fourth. Gogeta, another Monster Energy Kawasaki member, and he has that red helmet right there that indicates that he is your current points lead. Office in sixth place of Rockstar KTM. Edward, also from Office's team, from Pancake's team, I'm sorry, in seventh place. 7. Okay, lost track there. Real Deal of Muscle Milk KTM, the leader of Muscle Milk KTM, in 8th. Castle of Tactical Advantage in 9th. His teammate did not qualify. Hero Privateer in 10th. And there are 2 other racers. I believe the one after Hero was Shadow Forges, and then that would be Turkey Shot after that Blackout would get the final position. We will be right back with some post-race interviews. We'll go back into the second intermission page. It'll say Last Chance Qualifier is next, but rest assured, we have already done the Last Chance Qualifier, and we will just be right back with the post-race interviews. So I am here with one of our frequent flyers, Pancake Muffin, who won the very first race of Season 7 and has now reclaimed victory once again in Race 6. Pancake, how you feeling?
Not gonna lie, Jeff, it feels pretty dang good. That was probably one of the best races I've ever ran, to be honest with you.
So you were behind Soda Pop a lot of that race, and unfortunately I did miss when you passed him. So what happened to Soda that caused you to pass him, or were you just that good?
Well, we were going through the whoops, and I was kind of just taking note of what he was doing. Those laps, like, yeah, he pulled away, but when I reeled him back in, I was kind of just like noticing what he was doing. And I noticed after the double, after the whoop section on that quick chicane, I guess you would call it, on the second turn of that, he was kind of going wide. So when we landed off the double, we were pretty close, and I just made a hard move to the inside and passed him straight up.
Very beautiful. So speaking of Soda Pop, his team has overtaken yours, and you had an absolutely dominating. Well, I wouldn't go far as to say dominating, but you definitely had a decently sized gap in between the other teams that is now switched over in favor of Soda Pop's team. So, have you rethought the way that you want your team to race in terms of, just making sure that they qualify? Like, are you adding anything extra to that mixed?
When Soda got his 2 new members, NJD and Gogeta, I didn't change the team philosophy at all. We didn't really take it into account because we're not focusing on the other teams really. Like, yeah, we want to win the team championship, but we're focusing on our race, not anybody else's. So when that happened, I kind of just told our guys, it doesn't really make a difference to me. Shouldn't to you guys either, just ride your own race.
All right, we're going to keep it a little short this week because the last interview was 20 minutes long to get everyone in. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, is your first place winner in Race 6. Congratulations, Pancake. Best of luck to you and the rest of Rockstar Energy Racing Kitama in Race 7.
Can I thank my sponsors real fast?
No?
Oh, okay.
Yes?
Oh, yes.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
This morning in the shower I used Axe shampoo, and I really think that the shampoo helped me out today. As soon as I put it in my hair, I knew that today was going to be a good day, so thanks, Axe. That's it.
So you could say that it helped you axe the competition.
No.
Okay. Alright. Take care, Pancake. We'll get our number 2 guy, but defending number 1 guy in here. Soda Pop X. Soda Pop 13X.
Yep.
Alright, so we're back with the second place winner and defending champion. Or second place winner, second place finisher, and defending champion, Soda Pop, and leader of the current leading team of Monster Energy Kawasaki. Soda, that the acquisition of Gogeta and NJD vaulted your team ahead of all others. So, how confident are you now, knowing that you have a little bit of breathing room, at least when it comes to Rockstar KTM?
Well, it feels good to have a gap over second place team, but we're just trying to do our best every single race still because I know that Pancake, being the leader of Rockstar KTM, he's going to be training his guys and everything. They're going to start getting their participation up a little bit more, and it's, even though we have a big gap now, I feel that by the 8, when the 8 race cap comes, I feel like it's going to close up a little bit, so we're still going to do our best even though we have a pretty big gap right now.
So what's sort of your pre-race mentality going into races like these, where you know that you're only 1 point ahead of the person underneath you and need to finish well, and now you're tied with Pancake?
Yeah. What do I think about that?
Well, no, just what's your pre-race mentality?
Well, the plan obviously was to finish ahead of Pancake, which ended up in a huge battle. But I'm still happy that I got second place though. It was a pretty good race, and it was a pretty close finish. But I did the best I could, so I'm not really too worried about anything. Still
How
early
are,
in the season.
how are you feeling on the bike today?
Comfortable. Monster Energy Kawasaki just ordered in some new comfortable seats for our riders. So we have some nice foam pads so we can get through the race all 20 laps.
That definitely helps. So fighting it out for 20 laps with another guy next to you the entire time. Do you have any tips for any of our younger audience, comprised of a young audience out there, for when they get in those kind of situations where it's a long battle and you need to hold out for a really long time?
Um, well, the problem that most people have is they don't keep their cool. They uh, freak out a little bit, and therefore they make mistakes on the track and allow the other guy to get a little bit of a gap. So you just need to stay calm and race the track as if you're the only one on it. Just keep your composure and try not to mess up, because that's the first thing they want, is for you to mess up so they can get an easy pass.
Anyone you'd like to thank before we send it off to Shadow?
Well, I'd like to thank all the guys at HT Supercross for putting together that wonderful event, and I'd like to thank Castle for making that map, even though we had a bunch of issues before the race.
Alrighty.
It is a solid map, though.
Very solid. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, fish and sharks, is your second place finisher and current defending champion, Soda Pop. And also, we can't forget, he's the leader of the current team in first place, Monster Energy Kawasaki. Soda Pop, best of luck to yourself and everyone else on Monster Energy Kawasaki in race 7. Take care.
Thank you.
so.
All right, Shazzle, you got a third place, which must be absolutely devastating for you. We all know that you're better than that, and for you to put on such a poor performance is sure to appall your sponsors. So are you living in fear of going back to your team leader Soda Pop, or do you feel good knowing that you got a podium?
I'm a little disappointed with this third place. I mean, I was right there for the win. I just started choking as usual. But I don't really know. My only sponsor is freeflashgames.com, and they don't make a whole lot of money because, well, they're a free site. So I guess I might maybe get in this third. These two thirds will give me more sponsors. I already have that factory connection with the Monster Energy Kawasaki, though. So what up?
So I've already asked Soda Pop this question, but I want to ask it to you as well because you're on the same team. So what's your pre-race mentality going into big important races such as this, where your teammates are only a point away from some serious competition?
Well, I guess I just go out there trying to do as best as I can. I want to get at least a couple wins before the season's over, and I feel like I've set myself up in some good spots, but I just haven't been able to finish, and basically those two thirds have been that. Like, the second I was holding down on Crescent until I flipped on that triple, I could have won that race, but I was out front on the first lap, and I messed up on the triple. Then I lost second due to the triple, and then this race, I was right behind Pancake and Soda Pop, but they were just faster than me on that track, I'll admit it. So I was really fading back pretty bad, but I started to pick it up towards the end and got, hold on, Office sent me a message. Got, oh, Office sent me a wreck. Gosh darn it. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna go out and try and get a couple wins and hopefully get one of these podiums. Try and get a top 5 by the end of the season. Maybe even sneak my way up into third if Gogeta starts choking.
Any closing statements? People you'd like to thank? Things that you
Well,
enjoyed during that race?
this last time well, I want to thank Gaming for having this controller disconnect, and I believe I did the right thing. So thanks to Gaming and being able to allow me to have a reason to restart it, because I had a mid-pack start, but I was already moved my way up to fourth, so I don't think it was all a conspiracy. And also, I want to thank my mom for coming picking me up from my dad so I could get back here and play some Xbox.
All right. That's your third place finisher in race 6. Shazla 4. Shazla.
I just shazzled all over the floor when I got that podium finish.
That is an actual verb. If anyone's wondering, shazzled is a verb, and I do not recommend you look it up. All right, Shazzle, best of luck to yourself and the rest of Monster Energy Kawasaki in race 7. Look forward to seeing you and everyone else there. Have a good day.
Alright. You too.
All right, guys, that is the end of this race day. My name is Jeff H3962, and if you want to join HT Supercross, we'd love to have you. Head on over to halotracks.org/HTSX, reply to the members list topic with a sign me up. And then to sign up for races, it's the exact same thing. Reply to the race topics with sign me up, and you're on the list. I also invite you to check out the rest of halotracks.org. We're an amazing community that's been around since 2007. We have a very vibrant forge and racing culture within our community, and I again invite you to come check us out. That concludes this broadcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you were rooting for Pancake Muffin, I know that all of Rockstar Energy Racing KTM was. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Have a nice day.